Okay, okay, now it's working. Boy, I'll tell you, for anybody who's done Facebook Lives or who are really good at Facebook Lives, I give you a lot of credit because I'm using my little selfie stick for the first time, and man, it's like you need a PhD to figure this stuff out. So I give you kudos to the ones that are really good at this because I'm definitely not. But hello, everybody, it's Elena. Um, Toying with the idea of using Coach Zia instead of Coach Elena. But anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Today, I'm just like popping in here a couple of minutes to give you a brain hack. I actually wrote an email about this, so I wanted to share this with you. One thing that is that's really obvious is that we get into habits of saying things emphatically, like, "Oh, I really don't know how to do this," or "I'm really bad at this," or "I'm really afraid of asking questions." So we actually proclaim these things, and so um, our brain is actually a mechanism that actually is supposed to, what it actually does is it actually proves us right. So whatever you put out there, whatever you continually say with conviction and it's almost like a command to the brain to actually prove you right. So it will actually start to show you and reinforce the fact that what you're saying is true. So if you say, "Oh, I really have a hard time making friends," or I really don't feel comfortable asking questions, your brain is actually going to reinforce that. It's going to show you all the reasons why that is true. Like Henry Ford said, "Whatever you say you can or can't, you are right." And that is because your brain will actually see that as a command and actually reinforce that. So I have a little brain hack, and that is to use the word historically. So instead of saying, "I'm really bad at making friends," you can say, "Historically, I haven't been good or been bad at making friends." Or if you're afraid to ask for directions, you can say, "Historically, I've been afraid to ask directions." Now, here's why that's important. A lot of people will say, "Oh, create affirmations and use affirmations as the counter to what you are experiencing." And so the affirmation would be the desired outcome. So in the example of "I'm bad at making friends," your affirmation would say, "I am great at making friends." Well, here's a problem with that. A lot of times when you are stating a complete opposite of something that you have been habitually speaking into, your brain's going to go, "Yeah, right." So in the example, if you're afraid of asking questions and you all of a sudden have an affirmation that says, "I am great at asking questions. I love asking questions," your brain might say, "Oh, are you really?" So it's too far of a stretch. So by using the word historically, so in this example, you would say, "Historically, I've been afraid to," or "Historically, I've been bad at math," or "Historically, I've been afraid to X." What you're doing is you're literally putting like a little hack in your brain that makes your brain kind of second guess, "Oh, wait a minute. Is there really a possibility here for a change?" So you're kind of putting like a little monkey wrench into what you have been saying over and over habitually about what you can or can't do. And your brain is going to start to entertain the idea that maybe it's possible to actually change that. And if you do that enough time, your brain will actually start to open up to the idea that, "Oh, maybe I can change this." And you're going to start to feel differently about it the minute you start using that little hack. "Historically, I blank." And then in time, you'll start to feel that it's not such a hard fixed belief in your mind. And then you can move to the affirmation of the exact opposite. So again, in our example, "I'm afraid to ask questions." You would start to catch yourself saying that and saying, "Oh, historically, I've been afraid to ask questions." And over time, as you get up against that belief, it's going to actually start to feel not as powerful, not as strong in your mind as you've been saying, "Historically, I've been afraid." And then you can move to the affirmation part, which is, "I love asking questions," or "I feel really comfortable asking questions." And I'm telling you, I've used this and it really does work. And you could use it for anything in your life, anything that you want to, you know, switch or change in your life, anything that you continually say over and over, and you know what, I really need to stop saying this. I really want to have it be different. And just start using it and see what happens. So again, placed historically in front of anything that you tell yourself you can't or you haven't been able to, and use that for a period of time, and then switch to the affirmation that will support your change, and you are going to see miracles. I guarantee. I've been using it for years, and hey, what have you got to lose? Give it a try. See what you think. All right. That's all I wanted to pop in and say. Have a lovely weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye. Finish.